Hey friends, how about we go to Michael's and check out what they got going on today? How are you all doing? Welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's YouTube. I'm Kayla, and I just wanted to go in Michael's and look around and just see all the pretty stuff. I've been kind of shut up in the house, and it's time to get out. I gotta get out and walk around. So that's what we're doing today. And I'm so glad you decided to come with me. I like shopping with friends. Trying to get my buggy one-handed. So sometimes that's a little hard to do. As I got into the store, the music was playing very loudly, and YouTube rejected the video because of the music. So I'm gonna have to do a voiceover. I didn't want to do that, but I have to. Look at those cute stockings. The plaid, the stripe. I mean, those are so cute. I'm not in the market for stockings, but I just saw them and they caught my eye and they're really cute. Just looking here to see what kind of little earrings and bracelets or something they might have. Seems like they always have merchandise sitting in boxes around up here. But I'm just looking around, just seeing what they have. Something that catches my eye. You never know. Lots of Christmas stuff out, and I enjoyed looking at all that. Oh, there's some little bead kits. I did want to get those. I saw those online. They're on sale because, I mean, like Christmas stuff is like 50% off or 40% off, whatever. So I'm going to pick up a few of those. And I'm trying to get the ones that's got some different little beads in there or interesting to make some little Christmas bracelets. So I'm looking at all of them, trying to decide which one. The stocking one, definitely. I did get the snowflake one. I got it, but one of them was facing backwards, and so it looked like a totally different kit. So I'm just going to turn it around so the next person doesn't mistakenly think that. Now, the Christmas tree or the wreath, which one has interesting beads? That one has letters and probably not enough to spell a lot, so I'm going to get this one right here. I feel like the one with letters won't have enough letters to spell enough words. So just taking a peek and seeing all kinds of cutesy crafts. Makes me miss when my kids were little, because they always loved doing crafts with fun foam and different things like that. And over here we have some little small diamond painting ornaments. I bet those would be pretty on a Christmas tree, because I bet all those little drills would catch all the lights and sparkle, you know, look really cute. Okay, so what do we have over here? We have that little stocking stuffer type stuff. Oh, I collect ducks. And so there is a snowman and a Santa Claus duck. I think there was a different reindeer one too or something, but I didn't get that one. I just got snowman and Santa. Oh, yeah, that's the ones that I didn't get. Just looking. Oh, there's some snow. I don't know what he is. A nutcracker, maybe? But I already got two, so I'm not going to get it. Oh, and that one's a duck sitting on a present. They're cute, but I got two, so I better just stick with that. And they are on sale for like, I think all Christmas stuff is 40% off, so not too bad. Those are those little things you wind up and they like walk across your desk. I love all kinds of stuff like that. And there's some little fake Lego brick building sets. Yeah, I like little junky toys like that to play with on my desk when I get bored. What I don't understand is putting Christmas stuff like that in a Christmas stocking. Because after Christmas, like, doesn't all that kind of stuff get put away? So, I don't know. I don't see getting it way, at Christmas Day and then Christmas is over. Now, there's a box of little kids' bracelets, and so I'm just looking through them kind of for some ideas. They had some cute little bracelets, but nothing that was too spectacular. Just a mixture of all different kinds, and there are tiny little bracelets, and very cute, very cute. I didn't see anything that I wanted to, like, snap a picture of or anything to maybe create later. I'm not sure what those were. They were little packages of pom-pom balls, but you don't open them and get the pom-pom balls. I don't know. There's some little notepads. All kinds of little fun things. Too many cute things, to be honest. I better go. I'm just spending too much time looking at that. They took down, right there used to be a price scanner, and they took it down. And so now they have a kitchen scrubby and avocado, which is cute. Those were cute little art sets too. They were on the pricey side, and I don't think they were on sale. Although Michael's, usually has that, if you buy online, you get 30% off in store, 30% off of one item, unless your cashier is super nice and does something special for you, like my cashier did. There is the elf on the shelf. And so while I was walking in the store, I went ahead and told the story that when Elijah was little, and I kind of learned about Elf on the Shelf, he was getting to that age where he would be outgrowing that kind of fun stuff. And so I went to Walmart that night, and he didn't go with me. It was me and Dakota went, and I got this snowman that was kind of like a Elf on the Shelf character. He was posable, and all. And so I got that, and the next morning I explained Elf on the Shelf to Elijah and told him, we was going to be doing that with the snowman. And Elijah said, "What have you been drinking?" And I was like, "Do what?" I mean, I did not expect that at all. I didn't even drink. I'm not a drinker. I never have drank. But anyway, he just thought that was the weirdest thing he ever heard of. And I was like, "Yeah, you're right." He wouldn't play along with me, but I tried before he got too old. I guess I waited too late because he obviously was too old for that at that time. But it was just funny that I thought I would do it. And then he was like, mm-mm. Well, look at here. They have a lot of Big Twist yarn, and it has the Big Twist label and everything, just like it was at Joann's, as far as I could see. Yeah, they had a lot of Big Twist yarn and lots of different colors, which I don't know. I just feel that was so weird the way the whole Joann's thing went down. And, everybody's trying to buy up the Big Twist yarn, and, there was no mention of Michael's anywhere. And then as they shut down, it's like, well, Michael's is going to carry our Big Twist yarn. I just feel like that's so weird how that went down. They have lots of pretty yarn, though. Lots and lots of beautiful yarn. So we're just walking through, looking at the yarn, seeing what they have and don't have. And sorry, lady, I didn't mean to get you on camera, but you walked right up into my camera. Yeah, there is so many beautiful yarns. I love looking at the yarn. It's so squishy. That was a thin yarn right there. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but it was too thin for me to even look at. See, it's just all over the store. Oh, these were really pretty. These were Bernat Blanket Granny Square, and we've seen other, yarns trying to do the granny square thing, which I just don't know how that works out if you don't have the same tension and all that, Everybody has to use the same size hook and have the same tension, and I don't know, I don't like the idea of that. But with that blanket yarn, I can't see just making one square and then make it one square and then another square. I would much rather do a continuous granny square with big blanket yarn like that. But they have some pretty colors. That one kind of reminds me of Christmas. It has Christmassy colors. And then that one right there is just retro looking. I really did like that because it just had a retro feel to me. I got all the vibes from back in the 70s and early 80s, And that one too, very, very retro-y. And oh, look, they have more down here, just all different colors. So that is a cool yarn, and I could use that yarn. But I don't know that I want to make a bunch of granny squares with blanket yarn and then put them together. I don't know. But to do a continuous, that one's really cool. I like the colors of that. But to do a continuous granny, you'd probably need 3 or 4 of those to get any kind of significant size blanket. But they have lots of colors in that, and I was surprised. It is a 6-weight yarn, bulky. Anyway, I did like them. I don't know. I was just looking to see what that was, I guess, and I'm not even sure anymore. But we can go down here and see what else there is. There's lots of squishy yarn. And while that yarn does not split, it's just hard for me to get a project going with it because it is so soft and light and just flimsy feeling to try to get the project going. Once I get going with that kind of yarn, I'm okay, but it's the starting of it. And there is a ton of cakes. Look at that. Now, they're all jumbled up every which way, but anyone could dig through there and look for the beautiful cakes that are hidden up in there, because I know they are. So, yeah, while I do love that yarn, I don't like starting a project with that yarn, but I could use it after the project is started. I know. I'm just so complicated. I love looking at all the beautiful colors, and yeah, Michael's has lots of beautiful colors, and those are 4-weight yarns, and just eye candy all the way. So over here, we have yarn on one side. There's that scrubby yarn, like them kitchen scrubbies. We have yarn on one side, and the other side we have tools such as crochet hooks, lots of different crochet hooks, and I guess the prices went up on a lot of that stuff since last time I looked at it. There's some crochet stands, some wooden yarn bowls down there. There is a knitting machine down there. I do have that knitting machine. I bought at 60% off back when they used to have those coupons, and my knitting machine still does work. I know a lot of people give that machine a bad review, but also we don't know how they treated that machine, what kind of yarn they used in it, did kids play with it, or what, we don't know. So I know it hasn't lasted for a lot of people, but mine still works well today. Now, those Prim hooks, I did not realize those were so expensive. They start at like $8.99 for one hook and go up to like, maybe it was $13.99 or $12.99. But they do have lots of cute crochet kits here. There's a capybara. That frog is really cute. I have crocheted a frog like that in the past with some green variegated yarn. That little hedgehog. I mean, they have some really cute crochet kits. Here, that snail. I was very tempted on that snail because it is really cute. And it was just, I don't know, that snail was saying, Llama mama, get me, get me. But I didn't. I was able to ignore the little cutie. It really wanted in my cart. It was so cute. But I thought, well, I got so much at home that I need to do. But I'm sitting there telling it, no, you have to stay here. It was hard to walk away from the little cutie. And then they have a lot. Look, I'm just like, ugh, would you shut up? I don't need to take you home because I wouldn't even use the yarn that's in the kit anyway. I would use my Cuddlecraft yarn from Michaels. And come on now, maybe next time, okay? You just stay here for today. And then they have lots of cross-stitch stuff, which I don't cross-stitch, but my friend Kim does, so I thought I would just give her a look-see of what's going on. There's lots of empty spaces I notice on that wall. And all of it may not be cross-stitched because I really don't know what I'm looking at. But, like I said, I don't cross-stitch, but I know a lot of people do. My son Dakota used to cross-stitch and embroidery a lot. But, I can surely appreciate the hard work and time that goes into those projects. And here we just have some beautiful colors in all the yarns, right? I always look at bright colors because I'm a bright color person. Earth tones have their place for certain projects, but that's not what jumps out at me. It's always going to be the bright, pretty colors that jump out and catch my eye. Better get back down there and get going to another aisle. So much to see. So much. Thread. Oh, fabric. And that's where they cut the fabric. That little table right there. It has a cutting mat on it. So I'm assuming, I hadn't seen it, but I'm assuming that's where they cut the fabric. Now, I think that's decks of cards. I don't know. I was like trying to figure out what was it, but I think I decided it was cards in a case. I don't know. Anyway, my Michaels has a lot of yarn, and they had so many different characters and things that I'm familiar with and know, so I know others will too. But yeah, they have lots of different characters and a lot of Disney type yarn. Just so much, so much. But I had fun looking at all that, and I don't know if that's, yeah, I don't know if that's DC or Marvel. I'm not sure, but they have it. So many cute fabrics. I mean, there's something there for everyone. It really is. Boys or girls. There's a large selection of all types of yarn. Lots of Toy Story. Oh, look at that Star Wars one right there. Now that was a cute yarn. I mean, fabric. I always love looking at the fabric. Now, as you know, I don't know how to sew, but that doesn't keep me from looking at the material and admiring it and wishing I knew how to sew. That's some sewing material. It has all kinds of little sewing tools. on it, and it was really cute. Really cute. Somebody who sews and has projects would want like a project bag out of that material. And those cats were cute. Again, you see how bright they are. Of course, they caught my eye. And then they have, some girly materials. They had some guy materials, Batman, and all kinds of different characters like that kids liked, that my kids would have loved. There's some more cats. I don't know, the cats were just jumping out at me today. They are really cute. I love seeing all the material. As other stores have downsized the material, and plus, a lot of people used to shop at Joann's for material, and that was the place to go and get material. Hobby Lobby still has a lot of material and a good bit. They do have a nice fabric selection. Walmart's fabric selection has went down, down, down again. Like it went down to 0 and then it went up some. And now it seems to be just, they don't have the big bolts anymore that can be cut off. They have some pre-cut pieces now at Walmart. But I was happy to see all that material for people who sew at Michael's. I, don't, but I wanted to give everybody a look in case somebody does sew. There's lots of Velcro and stuff, and it seems like I need some, but I couldn't remember why I needed it, and I would need to know why. I would need to know why I needed it, so I got the right one. But I couldn't think of why I needed some, but it seems like I do. Maybe I'll figure it out later. Anyway, it's still some sewing stuff, elastic, and just stuff like that. And I know some of my friends can't get out. There's tons of buttons. And so I know some of my friends can't get out, and I just want to give you a look-see at what is available at Michael's in case you send someone else there. Or if you look online, you would know like more as to what to look for, or it gives you an idea of something they have that you might be like, oh yeah, I need to see if my Michael's has that. They have lots of fat quarters, and I love fat quarters. I don't even know how to say that as someone who don't sew. I collect fat quarters. There. It's out there. Here is the cross stitch threads. I really don't know anything about all that. I know my son Dakota used to buy the cross stitch threads and embroidery thread or whatever you call it. And he'd have certain numbers or whatever that he would need to go and look for. Then we have those scissors, and I was very, very surprised to see that they did have the scissors that I use, the little clippers that fit really good in my hand. They do have them, but they were really expensive, like $17.99. I know I did not pay that much for them at Walmart. The ones I'm currently using did come from Walmart, and I did not pay that much for them. So if you get them at Michael's, you definitely want the 30% off coupon for sure. So anyway, it's just fun to look around, and I had some time to film and show you guys some things that might be in Michael's that you may or may not be looking for. And so we're going to look at these beads here. There was a certain set of beads that I saw online at Michael's. Oh, look at those sitting on the toilet. Those are funny. Too funny. And all the Halloween stuff was marked down like maybe 70% off. Yep, 70. I didn't get anything, but it was fun to just kind of look at it and see what they had. Then they have some Christmas beads. Oh, look at there, some snowflake ones. Those would make cute bracelets. And so let's look and see what beads they have here. Like I said, there's some beads that I see online, but I never see those beads in the store. And so I don't know where they're hidden at, because I looked in 2 different places that beads are and couldn't find those anywhere. But I'm looking really hard trying to see. Now, I've never used those straight little ones, those straight tube beads. I've never used those, but they are interesting looking. They remind me of the tangle things that are fidget toys to play with. They have lots of little sets and kits down there, and then they have lots of bags of beads. I do notice that there's quite a few holes where they've sold out of certain beads or colors or such. But they have not had theirs on sale for a while, so they should be getting them on sale soon, I would think, because it's been a while since they've had pony beads and such on sale. And then they have charms and stretchy strings for making bracelets and such. And I will say I've collected charms for a long time. I'm a charm collector. Those are fun to look at, but the time to buy them is when they're on sale, like 50% off. That is the time to buy the charms. And I think they used to run them on sale pretty regularly, but I've been in there a few times and just checked, or either check online, and they're not on sale. So they should be going on pretty soon. But you can always look online and put in pony beads or creatology or bracelet charms or something, and it'll tell you if they're on sale or not when you look at the price. And then they had some kits that were like, I think they were buy one, get one 50% off. And so just thought I'd give you a little look of different kits that would make cute Christmas presents for grandchildren and such. Face makeup, I think they carry that about year round, because I see that in there all the time. Lots of crafty, fun crafty things. And then super cute plushies. Really cute. Again, the 70% off Halloween stuff. A lot of fall candles. This is that time of the year to get all cozy and good smelling candles up in the house. Those are cute little, they're kid size house shoes, and they're like squishmallows, so they're real soft and cuddly, but they're cute. And they do have a lot of holiday and Christmas cups. There's Santa Claus, elf, peppermint. They had all kinds of cute ones to get you through the holiday season. I didn't get one. I've already got my Christmas mug. I got it at Hobby Lobby, actually. Just making my way up towards the front of the store. There is another area that I want to go and look at, but let's just walk through the Christmas stuff here on our way over. They have some Christmas trees set up, and there's some ornaments there. And I do believe the ornaments are like, I don't know, maybe 40% off, something like that. And this whole wall of swag. I love that. I mean, they're all different colors. No matter what color you decorate with in Christmas, there's all colors there to go with it. So pretty. Lots of fun stuff. So I'm gonna go up here and look at the beads. More like the glass beads up here and see what they have. They have a sale going on, but it's by, I think it's buy three, get one free, something like that. So anyway, I'm just looking to see what they have that's beautiful and catches my eye. I do like that they are color coordinated. Like if you're looking for whites, this is your section. And you just look all up in the whites. Go to whatever color that you're looking for a bead and just search them until you find the bead that speaks to you. But there are so many beads that it can easily miss some. Those are some interesting beads down there. They're like glass beads, except and they're like, you know, a focal point bead or such. As you can see, I'm always drawn to the bright, pretty colors. And then I have more beads over here on this side. They have such pretty colors. I just enjoy looking at all of them. Even if I, you know, I'm not in the market to buy any at that time, I just still like to look at them and get an idea of what they have. There's the alphabet beads that are already separated for you, like all the A's are together and the B's and C's. I think when you get on down, like the W and X, Y, and Z's, I think those might be doubled up in one section. But for the most part, they are organized. So I'm just looking. That little area is jumbled up. There's some colored beads with letters. Yeah, that little area is jumbled up. Like somebody needs to really clean that area up. But it didn't hinder me from looking. I still was able to look and see. That's a large bag of beads. It was just a lot of earth tone looking colors that really wasn't what I was looking for. And then they have beads that are separated into those kits down there, color separated. I'm still seeing like a lot of empty spaces where stuff is, you know, sold out and they haven't restocked. I'm seeing that all over the store. I hope nothing's going on crazy. And then those beads there are just tiny. I don't even know if I could see the hole on the bead to even thread it on a needle. They're so tiny. And these beads down here have so much sparkle. Like they are just sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. And they are beautiful. So pretty. I love that whole rainbow of those sparkle beads. I guess sometimes you just gotta feel the beads. I don't know. I'm a toucher. I do like to touch the beads and see how they feel. Anyway, they have tons of beads there. Every color you could probably want. And then I was looking at the things to hold bracelets. I think the ones they have are too tall for my desk. And so I was thinking I need to find something smaller because those were kind of tall. And from the shelf on my desk, there's a shelf above my desk, and they would not fit under it because it's not as tall as it probably looks on camera. It is shorter than it looks. They had lots of cute things though, if you're not limited on space. So I was just making a mental note to myself that I need to, look when I go to Hobby Lobby or Walmart and see what they might have that would fit my need. But then I saw this little acrylic hand, and that is so cute. I could see bracelets hanging off of each one of those fingers. There's another one, but it's only like, that one is shorter and would fit, but it's only like one bar. And I was feeling of the ends of it, and the bracelets would just slip off, like it wasn't a lip to keep them from slipping off. I keep picking up that hand. I can't decide. I did have a coupon, and so I was just thinking about it. Sometimes you just sit there and think, is that what I want to use my coupon on? And I think I said yes. Now, turning down this aisle, there's lots of tools. Oh, well, I didn't go down that aisle. Okay, there's some clearance stuff piled up. Don't forget to check the clearance sections, because sometimes they have like little art kits and crafty kits and stuff like that would make great Christmas or birthday gifts. And sometimes you can get them, like less than half off. I mean, more than half off. That's what I meant. So now I'm going to go down this aisle. There's lots of bracelet and necklace and just jewelry making materials. I don't use any, currently I'm not using any type of material like wire or anything that needs all those tools, but I do have those tools from years back. I do have a set of those in my craft drawers. But wow, they do have a lot of stuff. And a lot of a lot of elasticy, stretchy string. And then they have lots of charms over here. My weakness. Now those would go on top of a pin, the beaded pins. You could use those as tassels on top of those pins. So that's something to think about and keep in mind. I was just looking at it again, but I didn't get them. I just going to keep that in mind. Those were not on sale at the time that I was looking at them. Sometimes they are, and sometimes they're not. Sometimes they are, you know, like buy one, get one, or either just 50% off. That's the ones I really like. And those are some big silicone square letter beads, and they're really large. But I don't even know what beads people use those with. I guess the big silicone balls. Now, I have looked at this before, and I'm very interested in it, and I kind of want it. It's a crossbody strap that's very lightweight, the plastic in that is so lightweight. It wouldn't be heavy at all, but the more stuff you hang from it, it could get heavy. So I was thinking about that and hanging my phone from it, but then I got to come up with a way to put a hook on my phone, and I know there's like phone charms like right there and different ones, you know, and then you would just put a hook on it and then hook it onto the crossbody chain. But then I'm thinking, okay, is my hands going to cooperate with hooking and unhooking and all that? I don't know. I like the idea of it, but I just don't know that it would work for me. And then over here, they have a really, really cute pastel chain that's not as long as the crossbody one. It's more like a wristlet type thing. And it's really cute. It's pastel with some sparkle. And those little bags are cute. So I'm just looking at those, like, just thinking of things you can do with it. The little cherries are cute. You could crochet those, though. Alright, just looking, getting an idea. But I do like the idea of that crossbody thing, but then I don't know that I'd really want my phone clipped to me. I'm not the type of person that has to have a phone in their hand or close by all the time. A lot of times my phone is in the bottom of my bag, my purse, and I don't dig it out unless I need it. So, yeah, I probably wouldn't want it clipped to my body anyway. So, in the end, I walk away. Spoiler alert, I didn't get it. I walked away because I don't know if it really benefit me or not. And they have those in like green, pink, white, and purple. Look on this other side and see what they have over here. I see lots of rubber ducks. But remember, I already got two, so it's kind of my limit. That pink one sure was bright and pretty. And it was large. It wasn't a small one. And up over here in this section, they do have some small, medium, and large size rubber ducks. So I did want to look at this Christmas stuff. I was kind of in my back of my mind thinking about I needed some kind of candy dish to use as a bead bowl on my desk just to have some beads in it. And so that's what I'm kind of looking for. But those things were too shallow. I don't want anything too deep and I don't want anything too shallow. And those poodles are super cute. I love those. And then those are velvety feeling, and they're cute little bubble looking poodles. And I do love the colors and all of all that stuff right there. So I was thinking it would be really cool to see a candy dish. Look, there's Santa with a carload of poodles and his pink caddy. I just think that's fun as can be. My son Dakota has all kinds of little Christmas village stuff like that he sets out. He also has a Halloween stuff like that too. And used to, me and Elijah would go to Dollar Tree and get the little bitty characters like Batman or such, and we would stick them in his Christmas sceneries, and then just wait until one day when he would find them. So he would find little Batman or something like that standing on top of a building, or the little Joker hiding somewhere in there. Those are cute. So cute. Such cute little houses. I love the nutcrackers too. I have a couple, but I don't really collect them because I just, don't need a bunch. But the Yeti one was really cute. I liked it. They have all kinds of nutcrackers nowadays, and they're fun to look at. But I really don't need like a whole nother collection of something. Those are pretty. They have so much pretty stuff, and something in every color to match anyone's decor. Those things are really, really pretty, and if money was no object, oh, my house would be gaudy as can be, because I would collect it all, right? All that stuff would just be sitting around, collecting dust, year-round, not just at Christmas, because we would be gaudy. And then there's some very large nutcrackers down there. But no, those are all cute. I'm just being silly, but they do have stuff in every color to match anyone's color palette and decor. So I really should probably start thinking about leaving. I've been in here quite a while. Like, it seems like I've been in here forever. There's lots of wood, bird houses, wood stuff. And now we are back to the elf on the shelves. What have you been drinking? We need to get out of here. Hey friends, I'm back home. I hope you enjoyed that walkthrough at Michael's. I know I did. I enjoyed just walking around looking at stuff and just having a good time. And I forgot about Big Daddy sitting in the car. He didn't mind. The only thing he said was when I got in the car, he said, "Why do you check out so many times?" Because I had a 30% off coupon off of one regular price item. And so I had 2 items that were regular price. The cashier rang them up. One, she rang up and did the 30% off coupon. Then she rang up another item and did the 30% off coupon. And the other items were on sale, so it didn't matter. So I checked out 3 times. And then I got in the car and Big Day's like, "Why did you check out so many times?" Okay, first up, I did get the little hand to hold bracelets on. So let me just see. I have a few bracelets right here, I think. So let's just see. It can hang on the different fingers. I can hang on some that way. I'm trying to look in this drawer and pick some out. They can hang to the front of the hand, the back of the hand. Yeah, just something to like slip some bracelets on. I like wearing bracelets, but if they're put away, I don't tend to normally put them on. But if they're right here at my desk, I always slip bracelets on. And so I want to see about getting something in that. Here's one that says I'm in my crochet era that I had made, and I did a video on those here a few weeks ago. So there we go. This little clear acrylic hand. It is plastic. And so that is cute. I like it. I like it. So I'm going to add that up here. I don't know if I'm going to put it up or down. I know the cats are going to mess with it. So anyway, I picked that up and used the 30% off coupon on that. The cashier was so sweet, just so sweet. And then I got this bag of beads right here. They are purple and pinks and some clear and some blues. Not a whole lot of blues, but I do see some blues. And so one day I'm just going to sit down here with this bag of beads and see what all I can create out of this one bag. And I might add some letters, you know, for words or such. But yeah. And this is just assorted plastic beads by Creatology from Michaels. And it's a big bag of beads. I don't know. I was going to see. Oh, it's a half a pound. A half a pound. So anyway, we'll look at that closer one day when we play beads. And then I did get that snowflake one. It has a couple of snowflake charms or beads, I'm not sure, but then just some different beads. And so I can just make some random bracelets out of, you know, using the beads in here, mixing and matching them together to make bracelets, and see how many I can make out of that little snowflake. So that's cute. And then I did get this bag of beads. It has some snowflakes and some pinks and white, pink, blue, royal blue, and some off-white snowflakes. So I got that bag right there. And again, I can add words to those, and one day I can just see how many beads, how many bracelets I can get out of that bag. That'll be fun. And then I went ahead and got the wreath one, because it had some nice beads in it. Not pony beads, but round beads. And then it has some stars. So anyway, those aren't like the shape like the pony beads. They are round. And so I liked that. Something different. So that's different from, I got 3 of those. And all 3 of these are different. This one uses some of the little clay disc beads, the flat little beads. And then it has some, well, it has red and green and white clay beads. And then it has some beads that are striped. Not sure how well you can see that, but it just has some different beads in there. And so it'll be fun just to see what all kinds of bracelets I can create with that. You know, and using words also in them. So that'll be fun. And then the last 2 things I got was, I got a snowman duck. I collect ducks, and here lately they've just like sprung up everywhere. So I got the snowman one, and I got the Santa one. I did not get the reindeer one. I liked these 2 the best, so I got those 2. So that's fun. I'm going to go ahead and cut the tag off of that. That's fun. I have fun just walking around looking in there. I got to see a lot that I don't normally ever take the time to look at. Like, I felt really relaxed walking around. I didn't feel rushed. I just was relaxed and having a good time. And so I hope that you did too. Thanks for watching, and thanks for coming along with me to see my little mini haul. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it, a mini haul. Beads and 2 ducks. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all in the next video, okay? Bye, friends.